Hey guys, welcome back in a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a clicker game inside of Unity. This clicker game is going to be a lot better than what I usually had. So first, if you're wondering why I'm continuing this series or restarting the series, is because I lost project files and it's always good just to have a fresh start. So I'm going to create a new project. So this can be called tutorial clicker game. And we can just create the project. Alright, so now we're inside the Unity editor. Now, if you don't know how to use Unity, be sure to watch Brackies. They're an amazing channel for beginners and advanced developers. So yeah, they teach you a lot of stuff on how to navigate around this editor. So first, we're going to name our scene to game. Just reload the scene. I'm gonna change the background, so I'm gonna change the background color to an orangish yellow, and I'm gonna link down in the description for some assets that you guys can use. Press the link in the description and I'll just show you all the assets. All right, so now we have gotten our project files. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. I don't know what this is about. It's weird. Alright, so now that we have project files, we wanted to make a canvas for our UI to go in. So I'm going to create a new canvas and I'm going to customize this canvas. So 1920 by 1080 because that is our aspect ratio we want to work in. And we can just set it to 0.5 so everything is scaled properly. We can also check pixel perfect as we want there to be perfect pixels in our canvas. Alright, we can now press F and make sure in the scene tab while you press F, and we can add a image, and this will be called clicker, and we can drag in our mouse pointer in the source image. Alright, we can then hold Alt while clicking on these dots. If we don't, then it would just do this, so we'll just use the grab tool. So make sure you hold these dots from the rect tool. If you don't know how to get to the rect tool, click on this or press T. Alright, so I'm gonna scale it like this. Yeah, that looks good. You can also hold Shift 2. We can use the anchor presets to center it to the middle. Alright, so now we can create a text and we can use Text Mesh Pro. It's basically a better version of the text in Unity as it's legacy, I'm pretty sure. Alright, well, it isn't, but if you go in the 2021 version of Unity, by the way, I'm also using 2022 or 2020.33 F1. It may look a little different as Unity 2021 changed a lot, but it's just the same thing, but just a little bit different. We can also add clicker game. And we can use the same technique that I use on the clicker. Make sure it's positioned to the top. We can have auto size. Let's make this 150 for, or no, 300. This is going to be our title for our game. You don't have to have this, but I'm gonna have it just because it looks nice. We can also set this to bold. This is why I also like Text Mesh Pro, because it's more advanced, so you can have more features. Like you can set it to all capitals or underline, italic. So yeah, there's a lot of features with this than normal text. And we can just set this to title, and we can just drag this down here. Now this is going to be our clicks display. Clicks 0. We can set this to a max size of 150. We can make this a little smaller. There we go. And we can create an empty game object called Game Manager. Now we can set this position there. So then we can create another folder called scripts. Now, if you haven't done scripting before, I highly recommend Brackies once again. Like, there's tons of tutorials on their channel. Unfortunately, they're not doing Brackies anymore, so it's kind of sad, but there's a whole ton of tutorials to choose from. Alright, we can then drag our script onto our component or game object, and then we can let's create a button component to our clicker. And we can customize our transition so we can have animation. I'm just gonna leave it by default, but you guys can customize it if you want. We can then drag in our on-click event, and we can set an event. We can create one in the script. So I'm gonna open up Visual Studio. All right, so I'm gonna declare some variables up at the top. So we can have a public int clicks. By default, this will be set to 0. So let's assign that. Yeah, let's create a public method. And we can do clicks plus plus. We can also use Text Mesh Pro library from the top. And we can do public tmp text. And this can be click text. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using like lowercase and then capital, this is called camel casing. It's basically what all people use to script or program with. So yeah, it's basically just like a simple rule. You don't have to follow this, but it's just recommended. So in programming. So, and we can also just set our click text dot text to clicks, and then we can add on our clicks. All right, now we can assign these variables for our game manager. So we can assign this text and go to our button and go to our game manager and click. Now we should have a working game. So if we click play, and so we have our clicker game, click 0. So if I click, we should be able to earn clicks and just click. Now, like I said, you can customize the transition, so I can make it so once we pressed, we can have it red or something. And yeah, so there we go. We're earning clicks as I click. Now we can also use our font. To use fonts in Text Mesh Pro, we can go to Window, I'm pretty sure, Text Mesh Pro. Yeah, font asset creator. We then can drag in our font that we want to do. All right, then we can generate our font Alice. Now, this opens up our Visual Studio, but we don't want that. So I'm gonna click on save, and I'm just gonna drag this over. So we can save our asset. So I'm gonna click save. All right, and it should be saved. Oh, it should be saved right here. All right, and we can go to our actually let's do our title first. And as you can see, yep, Sudoku 1. I think it looks better without the bold. And that is how you can create a clicker game. Now, there's gonna be more videos on this, so this is gonna be a whole series. Hope you like and enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe to never miss another video on how to make something. Anyways, bye.